Imagine a world where the year 2001 didn't mark the end of wrestling's Monday Night Wars, but rather the beginning of an unprecedented era of expansion. Instead of consolidation, Vince McMahon chose a different path, fostering a multi-brand ecosystem that reshaped the entire industry. In this alternate timeline, WWE maintained WWF as its flagship, while WCW and ECW continued to thrive as distinct, powerful entities. Beyond these established giants, new promotions like Ring of Honor and Evolve emerged, each carving out their unique niche in the wrestling landscape. Crucially, Vince McMahon also funded TNA, as envisioned by Jeff Jarrett, providing a platform for veterans and emerging stars with a unique product. WWF remained the undisputed flagship, focusing on established stars and the gritty, unpredictable attitude era-style storylines that captivated millions. WCW, rather than fading, continued as a separate entity, perhaps recapturing its past glory with a renewed focus on high-flying cruiserweight action. ECW retained its hardcore roots, offering a distinct, visceral alternative that pushed the boundaries of professional wrestling. Meanwhile, Ring of Honor catered to wrestling purists, emphasizing in-ring action and a strict code of honor that valued athletic integrity. Evolve showcased up-and-coming talent and innovative wrestling styles, becoming a proving ground for the next generation of superstars. This multi-brand landscape would have led to limited, yet highly anticipated, interpromotional events, like an annual World Series of Wrestling. Imagine the renewed intensity of WWF versus WCW, building upon the Invasion storyline, but with WCW as a legitimately strong, competitive brand. And the clash of styles between ECW's hardcore brutality and Rose Pure Wrestling would have been a spectacle unlike any other. Dream matches, once confined to fan speculation, could have become reality. Hulk Hogan versus Stone Cold Steve Austin, two titans finally clashing. The Rock against Shawn Michaels, the People's Champion battling the Heartbreak Kid in a contest of charisma and athleticism. The Undertaker versus Sting, a battle of darkness and mystique that would have transcended promotions. Kurt Angle versus Bret Hart in an ultimate submission Iron Man match would have been a technical wrestling masterclass. CM Punk versus Steve Austin, a battle of rebels across generations, defining an era. AJ Styles versus Daniel Bryan, two of the best in-ring performers of their generations, finally meeting in a dream encounter. And Samoa Joe versus Brock Lesnar, an unstoppable force meeting an immovable object, a true clash of titans. From a business perspective, this multi-brand landscape would have driven unprecedented innovation, forcing each promotion to constantly differentiate itself. It would have created more platforms for talent development, allowing wrestlers to hone their skills and gain exposure across diverse styles. Fan engagement would have soared with diverse offerings catering to every taste, potentially expanding the overall wrestling audience significantly. The financial viability of such an ecosystem, however, would have been a constant challenge, balancing competition with cooperation. Vince McMahon's funding of TNA could have shaped its identity and success, potentially making it a major player from its inception. Talent sharing between brands, while complex, could have led to unprecedented crossover opportunities and fresh matchups. Yet, maintaining distinct brand identities would have been crucial, avoiding oversaturation and fan fatigue in a crowded market. Managing egos and backstage politics across multiple promotions would have presented immense challenges, testing even the most seasoned executives. Ensuring financial stability for all brands, from the flagship WWF to the emerging Evolve, would have been a continuous balancing act. This alternate history paints a vivid picture of a wrestling world brimming with possibilities, where competition fueled creativity and innovation. It reminds us that the path taken is just one of many, and the what-ifs of wrestling history continue to spark our imaginations.